Hi, this is Dustin. In this introduction video, I will show proof for real Star Trek with credible resources in the description. My background: I have 2 bachelor's degrees, 2 master's degrees, and I completed my PhD except the dissertation and instead wrote a book free on Amazon based on Yara Shahidi's hypothesis given in a speech at the GLSEN Respect Awards on October 19th, 2018. The hypothesis is that prevention will lead to equity and that equity will lead to equality. This is a nonprofit channel. Everything said on this channel has a reference in the description, and there's 10 references. Okay, let's begin. In the pilot episode of Star Trek Enterprise called Broken Arrow Part 1, Trip Tucker, T'Pol, and Captain Archer are having their first dinner together in the captain's dining room. Trip tells T'Pol that humans in 2151 have pretty much gotten rid of disease, war, and hunger in 2 generations. Also, Councilor Deanna Troy says the same thing to Zefram Cochrane in the movie Star Trek VIII, First Contact. In her clip in the movie, she adds that they got rid of poverty too. What I'm trying to say now, and will show in more details in future videos, is that humans today can get rid of poverty, war, disease, and hunger with the science and technology we have today. What isn't possible for science and technology today is warp drives, transporters, and replicators. For example, for a theoretical warp drive to work, it would need a couple 100 times the mass of Jupiter. This is just nuts. Plus, in philosophy, if a person uses a transporter, are they really killing themselves? A transporter has to take you apart and then rearrange you on the other side. Is this really you or a clone of you? I'm getting off topic. Here's an example. Here's of what I'm just trying to say to prove real Star Trek. More details will be given in future videos. Empathetic people do not engage in wars or genocides. People who read novels is like going to the empathy gym. Kids as young as 3 months old understand empathy. Empathetic training is a key for no more wars and no more genocides. When it comes to poverty, understanding billionaires is the key. For example, a billionaire starts off with education, an idea, and capital to make it happen. Now, banks won't take a chance on poor or lower middle class people because they don't have collateral and they are too high risk. Unlike a billionaire, after a poor or lower middle class person has their education and an idea, then microloans can be used, in the US as an example, to get the poor or lower middle class person to bank loan status. You want to raise their credit scores so that banks will take a risk on them like a billionaire. It is hand-holding to entrepreneurship. I see real Star Trek. We can feed 10 billion people across the world right now, and there are 8 billion of us. It is just getting the food to the people. As for disease, it is a type of preventative insurance in where you are responsible for yourself. In most cases, your genes have less than 5% to do with your risk of developing a particular disease. The other 95% of our risk of disease is determined by environment and our choices. There is a field called preventative medicine, and this field educates behavior needed to prevent humans to take care of their health before the disease becomes a problem, and insurance can reflect this. All this is not hard, and this means real Star Trek can come true now for all of us without the warp drives, replicators, and transporters. My 10-year-old self always wanted to live in a Star Trek world, and now it is possible with the science and technology we have today. Live long and prosper.